and he fits on my lap just perfectly. And I remember Margot having to simulate something, and I was sat there like,
doing good.
Sat here with the
Leading the film,
most of the time.
changing costume, producing it. She was feeding her baby in between takes. She was just like superwoman.
I think, I mean, I don't know about those studies. I'm always quite distrustful of studies like that. I always wonder who made the study and what was their agenda and how many people were involved. You know, I'm kind of always a little bit questioning of those sorts of statistics, because in my experience, you know, making movies, they've connected with people of every age. I always like to think of making a film as like I'm that first audience, whether it's me now or me when I was a teenager, and, you know, am I emotionally and like physically connected to this thing? And so I really hope that anyone of any age like watches this movie and kind of connects to it.
It's always funny because there's 400 people watching you at all times, just eating chips. Like,
Yeah.
it's never not funny.
Yeah.
There's one amazing one when we're in the carriage, and Ozzy, the camera operator. The carriage is not a big space. So
Tiny space.
There's this much space, and I'm pretty sure at one point, Ozzy was sat across my lap.
Yeah,
with
the camera.
straddling.
I think
me.
you and Ozzy were more intimate in this film than we were.
Yeah, and he fits on my lap just perfectly. And I remember Margot having to simulate something, and I was sat there like,
doing good.
Sat here with the camera, and she's doing whatever she's doing with her thing, and it's just, you know, that sums it up. That's your sensual experience.
That was gymnastics in that carriage.
No, we weren't in character. I guess we just had loads of conversations with Emerald around what that relationship and dynamic was between the two of them and what they were sort of doing to each other. And then we had an intimacy coordinator and a movement coach that we worked with, and just tried to explore the sort of language between them. So by the time we got to set, we just sort of played those scenes. But I knew Jacob before, so it was lovely to have that sort of friendship and trust with him before doing all of that.
I think it must be, because I think also often I don't really work in a way that's sort of thematic. I often you see, maybe you start to see patterns a bit later. I think the thing that I am interested though is that, you know, is those moments in our lives where something happens and what we do, how we respond to that thing, whether we're able to let it go, whether we're able to move on. And yeah, I think kind of that is the stuff that interests me. There's always a moment in Shakespeare's tragedies, there's always a moment, even sometimes it's just like, you know, sometimes it's a line that's cut off, you know, it's something that's actually unsaid, but there's always a moment when things could have been different. And I think that point, that kind of lapse into silence where something goes irrevocably wrong is what I'm always kind of interested in, and what we do after that point.
No, and she wasn't in character either. She's a total pro and amazing, and she was leading the film,
costume most of the time.
changing costume, producing it. She was feeding her baby in between takes. She was just like superwoman, but she's the coolest, nicest person.
During a few takes when sort of Edgar sort of finds out more, she was like, do it like a sexy headmaster, and that was just a great note. It was just a great note to like, because sometimes you're trying to go, wait, what am I doing here? And that was very clear. So
suscríbete y entérate de todo.